Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is Kay from Lunarlight Games, and thanks for dropping back in. Hello, and welcome to our channel. If you're new, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Help us keep growing our channel, please. Anyway, bit of a late start here. I was kind of busy, but we are back once again for more Dragon Age Inquisition. Let's go ahead and get set up here, and we will get going. Well, not before we check in on the war table. Alright, let me just get this done and over with, and let us get to the war table. Alright, last time we were here, we had just sent out our advisors on a number of missions. We have located the poor mad soul claiming that Corypheus is a true herald of Andraste. She is no Venatori agent, but a woman driven out of her wits by what she witnessed at Haven. Several refugees were with her, all have been brought to Skyhold, where they now see the folly of this Chantry sister's claims. They are eager to lend the Inquisition their support. Mother Giselle is grateful that we were able to bring the sister back safely. She remembers a young Chantry sister and described her as gifted but fragile. She hopes that with care and patience, the woman may return to herself. Nicely done. We caught the Red Templars off guard. They put up a fight, but the Inquisition proved more than they could handle. That is another one completed. And this one, the hunt for the Therenfall Redoubt Demon. The demon was clever enough to impersonate everyone from Seeker Pentagast to the chief, to even me at one point, but we caught it and put it down. There wasn't much left of the body after we killed the thing, but it had missives with useful information. Most of them confirmed what we already knew. The older one planning to kill Empress Selene and march an army of demons across Orlais, but I'll pass them to Sister Leliana regardless. The demon also held some items the Inquisition might find handy. Hope they help. Well, we got some spirit essences, that's cool. Alright, after doing all that, yeah, I guess we still have a few things to cover. By the way, I didn't mention this before, but if you want to start on the DLC, you'll have to unlock these two regions. The Disaster in the Deep Roads, as well as the Frostback Basin. The basin over here is the start of the Jaws of Hakan DLC. Do that if you want to. I prefer to wait until after the main game. But if you want to do that now, you can go right ahead. Same thing with the Deep Roads. That is another DLC area and region. Let's keep running through the rest of these. I think we only have, what, 4 more? Fiona, we got the word out to everyone we could, but some cells were too remote to reach. We'll need the Inquisition to contact them, at least to let them know the Templars are gone. They are gone, right? Right? No, we are not done with them yet. This one is, what is it, Reclaiming the Mage Rebellion? How shall we tackle this one? Basically, just use whoever is going to take the least amount of time. It's all the same. The rewards do not differ. They're likely not. Oh, wait. They're likely afraid to come out of hiding. I can send a few non-Templar soldiers to protect the mages on their way here.
All right.
Good idea, Cullen. These scenarios play like those mobile games of old, as well as some, I don't know, tabletop games. Inquisitor. You have activated a number of the elven artifacts used to detect the magical energies of the Veil. Individually, such readings have been helpful. If we can coordinate measurements of all the artifacts simultaneously, however, I believe we may be able to uncover rifts that that may not even have been opened yet. I have drafted a proposal for how we might use Inquisition mages across Orlais and Ferelden to activate these artifacts in a coordinated fashion, if you think that it might be useful. Well, Solus? Oh, Jesus. Oh man, this one is terrible. This will take 21 real-time hours to complete if you don't use the in-game clock trick. Or system clock trick, I mean. Oh man, that is... How... Why... This really should not have gone past the 6-hour mark. Alright, who do we want to send? We can use Leliana. It doesn't really matter. The only one we can send is Josephine.
Let us begin.
Lovely. She's gonna take a whole day's worth just to complete this. Oh man. Anyway, continuing her predecessor's work. There's a neatly filed request form copied in triplicate and delivered to the appropriate parties. There's a request. An assortment of flora from southern Ferelden and eastern Orlais, including several uncommon varieties. See attached list. There's also some tissue samples from several common herbivores. See attached list. Access to an accurate map of southern Thedas and records salvaged from Haven. To what purpose do we need this? My predecessor, Menave, was studying alterations in feeding and migration patterns in several species following the appearance of the breach. Her work was left incomplete. I would finish it. Well then, how do we complete this? I mean, the only option we have available to us is to use Leliana. Do we have any other option? No. It doesn't matter who we send. So Leliana, go forth and conquer. Alright, that's everybody. Now we can finally get to the fun stuff.
Yes?
Do we ever go over any of these? Prepare to listen.
Where were you raised, Josephine?
I was born in Antiva City, but when I turned 15, Mother declared I'd attend finishing school in Val Royale. But I bowled into her skirts the day I had to leave.
No, I guess we have not done this. Well, let's learn more about Josephine. The newest addition to the... Well, I don't know. How should I put this? Josephine, of all of our advisors, is the newest one. She has not been seen in any other game before. I don't think so, anyway.
You must have missed her terribly.
I did. And she was most unsympathetic to my wailing. But my mother only wanted the best for me. Living in Orlais was an education in itself.
What did you learn at this finishing school in Val Royale?
Among other things, mathematics, rhetoric, poetry, history, logic, and a great deal of etiquette. I still remember Madame Beventir's switch on my knuckles when I forgot the basic tenets of Nevaran dining customs. For a dowager approaching her 80th year, she had quite the arm.
How did the younger you like Val Royale when you arrived?
Have you ever stepped into a new city and felt the buildings couldn't possibly be real? That was Val Royale to me. So beautifully foreign, I gaped at its spires for months.
Does Antiva City have nothing that compares to Val Royale?
Antiva City is a jewel among the capitals. But I did not appreciate that before I traveled. There are multitudes of places I'd like to see. Saharan, the Anderfels, whatever lies past the Amaranthine Ocean.
Those are two locations we have not seen in the series yet. I wonder if maybe in the Veilguard we might be able to explore those areas. Seeing as how one of the most recent trailers for the Veilguard included griffins, I think we might be able to visit the Anderfels.
Who rules Antiva?
Officially, the Principality of Antiva is governed by His Majesty King Fugelno II. In reality, Antiva's merchant princes rule the country in everything but name. Quite loudly, I might add.
What sort of dealings did you have with these merchant families?
As ambassador, I attended Privy Council meetings in a mediatory capacity. May I just say, one has never heard an argument until they've sat in on 15 princes howling down each other's tariff suggestions.
That sounds like more of a mob than a meeting.
It's all a part of life in Antiva. Our traditions value passion and romance. A certain exuberance of style.
Are you positive you're Antivan?
I can be most exuberant when it's called for. Just at the right moments, and in a proper fashion. Might we speak of something else?
So far, she seems like our glorified bookkeeper.
What's the land like in Antiva?
The settled areas are quite lush. The vineyards run as far as the eye can see in some places. Antiva City, however, arches right up against the Rialto Bay. That's what I miss most. The sea crashing against the maze of the docks.
I have difficulty seeing you wandering around a trading port.
Everyone in Antiva City spends time by the ships, my lady. The finest restaurants and poets all make their habitation by the sea. The waterfront's never still. Lanterns are lit along the promenade no matter what the weather.
Are you ever homesick?
Occasionally. When a breeze stirs the trees in the garden, I sometimes pretend it's the sound of the surf. Do you know, I even miss those terrible squawking birds infesting the harbor. My youngest sister used to throw whole loaves of bread to the gulls. Silly thing.
Tell me about the Montiliers.
Well, my parents are alive and in good health. They live in our estate in Antiva City. Of my 4 siblings, most attend to the running of the family vineyards. That reminds me, I must ask someone to make sure Yvette attends the spring reception at the palace. My youngest sister has no head for social engagements.
Why are you overseeing your siblings' social lives?
It's Santivan custom. After a certain age, the heir apparent runs the family's estate to prove they're worthy of succession. If you're unfit for the task, the heads of the house, usually one's parents, may decree a new heir.
What do these Antivan heads of the household do if they don't run it?
They work and provide guidance. I've taken advice from my parents. Well, mostly mother. Father's more of an artist. It's rather gauche, but we never can dissuade him from running his own salons. Between him and my siblings, mother's looking forward to my taking over the estate.
Between that and the Inquisition, when do you ever rest?
Delegation helps a great deal. But managing the estate is my duty. As much work as it is, I will not shirk it.
Is running your family's estate that important to you?
I'm responsible for their welfare. A Montilier never shuns their familial duty. Taxing as those duties can sometimes be.
Maybe your siblings could help lighten your burden.
You don't know them. But Lorien in charge, or Antoine, or Yvette? No, truly. It must be me.
Spoken like a true older sister.
You haven't really gone into detail about how you know Liliana.
We met... let me think. We met the last few years of my schooling, but we became friends after I became ambassador to Olay. It seems terrifyingly long ago now.
How exactly did you and Liliana reconnect in the Inquisition?
I discovered my family had been overcharging a merchant we traded with for months. Our name carries a great deal of trust in Antiva. I spent weeks arranging a string of favors as suitable recompense. Apparently satisfied, the merchant extended me an invitation to her estate. Liliana greeted me in place of the merchant.
I assume there was more to it than a strange way to say hello.
It was a test of sorts. Liliana claimed she needed someone of painful integrity for the Inquisition. I accepted, once she finally explained what it was.
Do you remain close?
Yes, but she's grown so much more distant than the outgoing woman I met in Valroyo. Liliana used to wander the Orlesian courts, singing the sweetest songs, charming the greatest wits. Now she collects secrets and takes risks that would make empires tremble. I worry, but she will not hear it.
Does Liliana confide in you?
She enjoys revisiting our more disastrous adventures. Liliana used to concoct the most ridiculous plans. Run if you ever see her with a twine ball, a measuring stick, and a handkerchief.
Now, what could she be doing with that?
Let's speak later.
Goodbye.
I hesitate to wonder.
Yes?
What do the people make of us?
We've gathered many favors among the nobility. They will be gently reminded of this.
Any visiting dignitaries I should watch out for?
None in particular. Our guests are well pleased with what they've seen.
Good to know. Alright, Cullen's back again. Let's send him out on another mission. There are so many of these, and we barely even scratched the surface. A lot of mages just showed up. I hope they're friendlies, because if they're not, we're in trouble. Thank you for letting us know, Captain Rylan. That should be the last of them. What's left over here are just resource missions. If you're looking to continue to pick up more materials, you can send whoever. For example, if you need more embrium or obsidian, you can gather that here at Crestwood. The Felomire has elf fruit, various stones and metals, or you can just send Josephine. They'll just gather whatever. Or if you're still needing money, here's another way to go about gathering more. I think for the most part we're done here. Yeah, this is already completed. Actually, no, what the heck is this? I think the only one we can send here is Liliana. In that case, let's head back over to our lay. We gotta keep Cullen busy. Search for the lost in Siral. We know that Justinia's visit to Siral did not contribute in any way to her death. Ambassador Montelier was considering allowing the Inquisition's emissary to remain by their Marquis's side nonetheless. Unfortunately, an urgent missive from Siral informed her that both the Marquis and the emissary had gone missing on a hunt. The Marquis's family has men searching the deep woods across the river. Who is best suited to be sent here? Or does it matter at all? Always double check. You never know when one of these will lead you to some sort of reward. Or if you truly want to play this hardcore, don't even bother searching up the answers. Just roll with it. Use whoever you have, never mind the consequences or rewards. Okay, results. They are both the same. Yeah, they have the same reward, so let's just send Cullen. Cullen will take less time than Liliana anyway. Oh, that's funny. This mission relates to a mobile game that was released like years ago. If you played Dragon Age: The Last Court, you'll understand the reference. I think that mobile game was released way back around when Dragon Age 2 was still new. Anyway, Cullen, there you go. I'm on a rush to complete all those missions before we start doing Wicked Grace, or not Wicked Grace, Wicked Hearts and Wicked Minds. That mission ends up locking out a number of things once you take it on. For example, just to let you guys see, that's not it. What the heck is it? Yeah, Wicked Eyes and Wicked Hearts. Once you complete this story mission, it's going to lock you out of a number of things. Make sure to save this one for last. As for Here Lies the Abyss, this one I don't remember too well. I know for sure I completed this one before tackling this. Anyway, we should have some materials to turn in. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Well, if we have the chance to talk to some of our other characters, let's do that.
How may I help you?
Never mind. Not her. Where are the others?
Inquisitor.
What is your evaluation of how we're doing?
Adequate. Based on a partial improvement to Skyhold.
As you were.
Yes, Inquisitor.
We'll do better. Okay, so what do we end up researching? If anything. We have another damage bonus against demons and one for beasts.
I heard of your verdict on Alexius, Inquisitor. Research on your behalf is almost too kind. I hope you know what you're doing. Do be wary of anything that man proposes.
I trust everything is well with the mages?
There have been a few scuffles with your Templars, but overall, it is going well.
I'll leave you to it.
Good for you, Fiona.
You seem very interested in my opinions.
I should go.
As you wish.
Let's continue exploring. Like Leliana. We haven't spoken to her much.
I'm listening.
Anything I should know?
I've nothing to report at the moment.
Never mind then.
I'll leave you to your work.
Well, that was a nice talk. Since we have turned in our research, let me go ahead and sell off a few things.
Inquisitor.
We have a bunch of junk from our last outing. All this can go. These I don't think are useful. These are no good, right? No. Nothing comes close to what Solus currently has. I guess if you're looking for equipment for Cole, maybe use this thing. All attacks deal 500% from behind the target, but only 10% from the front. That's a huge boost despite losing like 90% of your damage output. I think there are ways around that. If you're willing to learn and play the game differently. Alright, there it goes for the weapons. What about the armor? That assassin hat can Varric wear this? Yes, he can. Well, no, never mind. That's only for Cole. Solus, you don't need this. Blackwall. You should be good, right? Yeah. Let's toss all these. I can't take Blackwall seriously with his hat on. I think he just looks fabulous. Okay, we'll just toss away these. These I don't think we'll need. It's too bad. Some of these look really nice. Yeah, this isn't too bad looking. Unfortunately, we don't need this. Varric. No, he's good. And this one, I think, does not suit Blackwall. After that, let's have you throw this on. Gray items can also go inside the trash can. I'll hold on to some of the blues for now. And as for the rings, I'm throwing most of these away. Eventually we'll get some purples that are much better. So don't worry if we are just tossing out everything. I promise you we'll find some other use for them later. Alright, Sigil the Great Bear is good for our mage. Let me see if we can slot that one in. If you can at all, make sure to duplicate it. Because I think Solus can also benefit from it as well.
Inquisitor. Inquisitor.
We'll do this very quickly and then we'll run back down, sell off everything, and then we'll get back to the exploration. It seems that you can't store any of the sigils. Weapons, armor, accessories. Oh, never mind. Here we go. I think it was bugged. All right, let's see if we can get this. Our inventory. Where's the bear? No, hang on. The sigil's still there, but... Oh, there it is. So now we have two of them. Ordinarily, you're only supposed to have one of each. That's good for us. Is there any other one that we want to duplicate? Probably this one. Let me give... No, never mind. I was planning on giving that to someone else, but I think we're fine.
Mix and match, pick your batch.
So if you go over to your armor, that's not it. Where is the modifier?
Where's my other hand? Right.
There we go. So if we go over here and look under the sigil tab, we can equip our sigil over here. For our Knight Enchanter, this thing is highly useful. We don't really care too much about the regeneration, simply because we can just use other skills to get it back. Instead, though, we'll have double the mana. I think there are some other useful ones for our party members, but I just didn't look it up yet. We'll get to that later. Okay, after having done all that, let's go sell off everything. And we'll get back to it. By the way, the entire game is like this. You'll go out, you'll explore, you'll kill a lot of stuff, then you'll come back to town, and sometimes you might not even be done with everything. But you'll come back to town, empty out your inventory, talk to all your teammates, rinse and repeat for a good portion of the game. It gets a little bit repetitive, but there's so much exploration to do. It hardly feels like it happens much at all. Though it will. Especially if you're picking up all the treasures around the map. That should be it. I mean, it's good enough for now. We have a bunch of upgrades that we could probably throw away as well. Not too worried about these right now. We'll get to them when we can get to them. Also, don't ever sell your sigils. Back over to the Exalted Plains we go. Now, how do we want to proceed? We have 2 more camps to explore. All of this over here. You know what? Let's start from down here. Alright, after half an hour of prep, we are heading back out to the field. Fun stuff, right? This is what JRPGs, or even RPGs in general, are all about. This is not a JRPG, I misspoke. JRPGs have a unique feel to them. And the more we play through more and more JRPGs and Western RPGs, I think you guys will get a good difference for what it means.
Good day.
Yeah, good day. We just took care of your work. But yeah, you guys will be able to get a good feel for what makes a RPG or Western RPG versus JRPG. Can we not break this? No. What's around over here? Okay, for sure there's some sort of glyph around here. There is a letter. And there's no end to the madness. Some of the men think there is an elven curse on the land. Is there a curse? Who knows? Oh, what we do know is that there is a rebel group gathering in the Yellow Graves forest. That'll be fun. For whenever we get there. There's a glyph. The revealed symbols show two ravens. One grips a heart in its talons, the other a mirror.
That looks like all of them. We'll see what the researchers at Skyhold make of this.
And with that completed, we can head back to the war table and complete that mission.
Thank you for this, Inquisitor. We are not far from where my friend was summoned.
Alright. Solus's companion quest.
These aren't mages. The bodies are burned, and these claw marks. No. No, no, no.
Well, I hope nothing serious has happened.
One of the mages. Killed by arrows, it would seem.
Bandits by the look of it.
So we have bandits, potential demons as well. Hang on here. Let me go over to Blackwall. He's the only one of our characters that has not upgraded completely all of his skills. Your party does more damage to taunted targets. I'll take that one. %20 damage is not nothing.
My friend.
The mages turned your friend into a demon.
Yes.
You said it was a spirit of wisdom, not a fighter.
A spirit becomes a demon when denied its original purpose.
So they summoned it for something so opposed to its own nature that it was corrupted. Fighting?
Let us ask them.
A mage! You're not with the bandits? Do you have any lyrium potions? Most of us are exhausted. We've been fighting that demon.
You summoned that demon! Except it was a spirit of wisdom at the time. You made it kill! You twisted it against its purpose!
I understand how it might be confusing to someone who has not studied demons, but after you help us, I can...
We are not here to help you.
We're here to help everyone, Solus. I doubt this man deliberately unleashed a demon.
Of course not! Do you think me mad?
I think you stupid. That's far worse. You summoned it to protect you from the bandits.
Yes.
You bound it to obedience, then commanded it to kill. That is when it turned. The summoning circle. We break it, we break the binding. No orders to kill, no conflict with its nature, no demon.
What? The binding is the only thing keeping the demon from killing us. Whatever it was before, it is a monster now.
Inquisitor, please!
I've studied rituals like this. I should be able to disrupt the binding quickly.
Thank you. We must hurry!
You heard the man. We have to break the binding. Do not attack the demon, however much you want to. Just make sure you go around and destroy these things. Also, I think it'll try to attack you, but as long as you're mainly targeting these things right here, it'll be fine.
I heard what it said. It was right. You did help it.
Now? I must endure.
Let me know if I can help.
You already have. All that remains now is them.
Thank you. We would not have risked the summoning, but the roads are too dangerous to travel unprotected.
You tortured and killed my friend.
We didn't know it was just a spirit. The book said it could help us.
You have an option here. We're gonna stop Solus.
Solus.
Never again. I need some time alone. I will meet you back at Skyhold.
Oh, what the hell? Where'd he go? Well, the good option here is to stop Solus from killing them. If you let Solus kill them all, you'll regret it. Trust me, it's better this way. But Solus's poor friend...
Inquisitor.
How are you, Solus?
It hurts. It always does. But I will survive.
Thank you for coming back.
You were a true friend. You did everything you could to help. I could hardly abandon you now.
Where did you go?
I found a quiet spot and went to sleep. I visited the place in the Fade where my friend used to be. It's empty. But there are stirrings of energy in the void. Someday something new may grow there.
What happens when a spirit dies?
It isn't the same for mortals. The energy of spirits returns to the Fade. If the idea giving the spirit form is strong, or if the memory has shaped other spirits, it may someday rise again.
You're saying your friend might come back?
No, not really. A spirit's natural state is peaceful semi-existence. It is rare to be able to reflect reality. Something similar may reform one day, but it might have a different personality. It would likely not remember me. It would not be the friend I knew.
The next time you have to mourn, you don't need to be alone.
It's been so long since I could trust someone.
I know.
I'll work on it. And thank you.
Well, he said he would work on it. That's all that we can really ask for.
Inquisitor.
But yeah, in my opinion, that companion quest is way better than the previous one for Dorian. I mean, in terms of structure. As for content, I think Dorian's is a little stronger.
Inquisitor, Do you have a moment? What were you like before the anchor? Has it affected you? Changed you in any way? Your mind? Your morals? Your spirit?
I don't believe so.
Ah.
Why do you ask?
You show a wisdom I have not seen since my deepest journeys into the ancient memories of the Fade. You are not what I expected.
I don't think of myself as different from anyone.
Perhaps not in the form of your body, no. You have shown subtlety in your actions. A wisdom that goes against everything I expected. If the Dalish could raise someone with a spirit like yours, have I misjudged them?
I don't hold the Dalish up as perfect. But we have something worth honoring. A memory of the ancient ways.
Perhaps that is it. I suppose it must be. Most people act with so little understanding of the world. But not you.
So what does this mean, Solus?
It means I have not forgotten the kiss.
We can choose to break it off, or we can pursue it. Let's go for it.
Good. Don't go.
It would be kinder in the long run. But losing you would... Arlath Mavanan.
Of all the romances in the game, that one's probably the most meaningful one. Mostly because of plot reasons. If you don't really care about the overarching plot, romance anyone. Hell, romance Iron Bull. There was a period of time where that was the most scandalous one. Yes, I know nowadays with Baldur's Gate 3, the whole romance with the bear, that's now the new scandal.
Venon.
I'd like to hear more about what you saw in your exploration of the Fade.
I would be happy to share it with you.
Tell me about the old memories you found in the Fade.
I saw a young Canary working in a simple kitchen, baking bread as she was ordered every morning. In every loaf, she broke the rules. She'd take a pinch of sugar and fold it into the center, like a secret, and this act of small rebellion brought a shining smile across her face.
Tell me about a spirit you encountered.
I found an ancient spirit who had once been undisputed king of almost every land I had discovered. Like pride or rage, it was the Fade's reflection of a feeling. When I asked which one it was, the spirit faltered. "They've forgotten," said the spirit. "There remains no word for what I was."
Tell me about the old ruins you explored.
I found in the Kokari wilds a humble cottage far removed from any of the simple, chastened tribesmen. The trees and weeds had not reclaimed the home, nor did the chastened dare to come and steal the trinkets still remaining. It was empty. Long abandoned, but the world feared that you might return.
Okay, so that one is very important. That is a reference to a major character.
We'll talk later.
Dareth Shira.
Well, I guess we're done here.
I need to know more about Corypheus.
You shamed him when you destroyed Haven. Spoiled his glorious victory. It would be worse to acknowledge that you had done so. He must continue on his course or show weakness. He will return to his plans to throw Olay into chaos, and then conquer it for Devinter.
We'll talk later.
Dareth Shira.
Anyway, back to the Exalted Plains. Now, I'm hoping we can get this done by tonight. But if not, that's still okay too. There's still so much more left to go. Alright, after eliminating that thing back there, let's continue along the path. Grab up that, and then we'll move up over here. We've done that one already. By the way, do we now have enough
Greetings to you.
Dalish favors?
Great will never be on our way.
It's good to see you again. Dareth Shira, fella.
No, we don't have enough. There's a haunting beauty to this area. I think it would probably look even better if half of the world wasn't covered in mist. And there we go.
Good day.
Everything's down. We can proceed onwards, up and over whatever the hell that rock is right there. I mean, it kind of looks like... Well, you tell me what it looks like. Lovely. There's loot hidden beneath this tree. And then let's move forward and finish this fade over here. Ah, crap. Come on. Let go. Oh, crap. What is going on here? And why are they able to eliminate our friend so easily? Where are the rest of them? Man, they're really doing a number on Blackwall over here. We have to protect our tank better than that. How did they get past us? I have no idea. There we go. Alright, that's another location completed. Let's move up over here, and then perhaps we'll go around to these, and then maybe up here. On the bright side, we're nearly done. Just a little bit more. Life is looking like it's returning back to normal here. We've cleared out all the bunkers, eliminated all the spirits, demons, enemies, you name it. I just have to find a way over there. I think the most pressing quests around over here are done and over with. What's going on over here? Wolves. Of course. It's always got to be more wolves. See what a big difference see what a big difference having double the mana is. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and switch out something here. We've been using ice mines, but I don't feel like it's helping at all. So I'm going to use Winter's Grasp. This spell is a little bit more straightforward, but I feel it's more solid than the other one. Let me come back to this. Up over here on the rooftop is another piece of loot. Nothing really much to write home about.
Wonder if the fishing's good. What if we had an hour or two?
Sorry, buddy. We don't have enough time to fish. Nolan, I've hidden the boat under Ferb's old fishing pier. It should have everything you need. Meet me down the river, but watch out for the currents. I'll wait for you. Love, D. I don't think they made it. That's a shame. Alright, we have more rifts to clear out over here. We'll have to eliminate them one by one. There's a lonely... What is this? A windmill? This area has been otherwise unexplored. And as far as I can tell, there's around, like, what, 9 more areas that we have yet to check out? What up, buddy? Tons of enemies over here, and where are you going, buddy? He just ran off. All by himself. Smart, buddy. Real smart. I cannot be held liable if you end up dying. That's good enough, right? I wish he didn't do that. That split us up from our other teammates that are somewhere over there. Anywho, I think there's a way for us to get up here. Where's that ladder? This is the only way to get up here. We have to open up the gate. Thank you. And look who's waiting on the other side. Where'd he go? Oh yeah, that's the stuff. I think we've just about hit everything here. Now, what's up with this building over here? Of course there would be something hidden.
Might be something here. Better take a closer look.
Oh boy, more booze. That's all that's here, I guess. Booze and random loot. Oh well. It was worth checking out. Because that's led us right to an ocularum. This letter found in the pocket of an undershirt of a dead soldier is nothing more than a heart drawn on paper, then rolled up and secured with a gold ring. I mean, can we at least take the ring? That poor Hala. It's being chased by wolves. There's another one, and another one, and another one. There's the last one.
I once met a Grey Warden who got possessed by a spirit and then blew up a chantry and killed 100 people. What makes people think you want to hear what others of your kind have done anyway?
He's got a point there. Also, Anders was possessed and downright crazy. Yeah, little reason why he never showed up in another game. I think the odds were too great that someone would have killed him. Unless you were like me and you decided to just exile him. In which case, it's kind of a throw-up as to where he is now. A toss-up, I should say. Is he alive in some corner of the world? Maybe. Is he just plain dead? Possibly. Who knows? Maybe the writers are just holding on to him until one day when we least expect it, he'll get thrown back into the titles, into the games again. I mean, we got to see Logain. There was no guarantee Logain would have ever made another reappearance. I wonder how long it'll take before we finally see the hero of Ferelden. Probably a long, long time. If not, probably never. Where'd the other ones go? Leave it alone, Blackwall. We got better things to do. Over here should be another shard. Yeah, we'll keep going this way. I'll swing back down the south side later. We have gone too far to go back now. Oh, about that, I never did. I probably should. We're a little too busy at the moment, but I'll get to it when we can. Oh crap. Damn despair demons. Blackwall is really showing his weak side now. These things are a menace. They're absolutely strong. They hit hard like a truck. Yeah, at some point or another, we need to upgrade our armor. What we have now Just won't cut it anymore. The Ville Montevillain. There's all sorts of history here. That's not relevant right now, though. There's another shard somewhere up here. And of course, treasure. I weep at what the armies have done. Ditches scar the landscape. There's fire everywhere. All around is the smell of bitter smoke and spilled blood. I remember coming here as a boy. It was late summer and the plains were bright and golden. The earth was warm and felt like home. All of that's gone. My mother said my father was from these parts. She never told anyone but me that he... Okay, she never told anyone but me that he was an elf. Maybe part of me. The elf-blooded part feels what the Dalish felt for centuries. This is my home, and I would give anything to preserve it. I'll go now with the others. But when the war is over, I will return. It will be beautiful again. That's some wishful thinking. This place will probably never be beautiful again. There's simply too much fighting. Carefully. There we go. Got it. Let's grab this other landmark as well. This place has seen better days. As I said before, revenants are a menace. They are arguably one of the strongest enemies you can encounter in this game. They used to be even worse in Dragon Age Origins. And they got so OP in Dragon Age 2 that there was only ever one. Yeah, you had that right. Only one Revenant was in Dragon Age 2. But it was overpowered beyond belief. They turned it into a boss. A very nasty boss, I might add. The triumph of the light. Remember the triumph over the profane. Sister Amity led the march to the river Tenasseer, where stood shrines to the elven gods. These she struck down. Standing upon the banks, she sang the chant of light. Andraste's word had come to the Dales and delivered them from wickedness. Yeah, you heard that right. She delivered them from wickedness after destroying all of their homes. Who then is truly in the right? Let's go over here. We'll capture this thing and then swing back. I'm going to leave this for last. What up, friends? That was fun. We killed the Venatori. Now, where is that campsite? It should be somewhere around here, but what the heck is this over here?
Inquisition soldiers could clear this passage.
In order to get past this, we need to complete that war table mission. It's the only way we're going to get around and into this campsite over here. Well then, perhaps yeah, we should do that. I'm going to hold on that thought. We'll hold on to that, and we'll come back around, because I don't think our advisors are completely done yet.
Inquisitor.
Now, I wonder if I can jump up and around over here. I don't think it looks possible. These things never learn. Well, I probably should have added that Mark of the Rift can insta-kill demons if you have it available. It's a little hard to use because you have to build up your meter. But if you have the chance, use it. What's up, Mr. Critical? What happened with you? Oh, in the game? I've tried playing NBA 2K, and that game is hard. It's a lot harder than what I remember. Basketball games in like the PS2, GameCube era, those were really easy to play. These other ones, I have no idea. Same thing goes for the baseball games. Five more. Where are they all? Okay, so there's a hard limit over there. There's one. There's two. Where are the rest? Oh, I apologize if you're watching this and how erratic the camera controls are. There's 3, 4. Where's the last one? Got it. We can jump down and grab those two. Oh, wait. That ain't the right way. Here we go. There should be one at the very bottom here. Oh crap. Well, that didn't help. Probably should have used my barrier. Oh well. Note to self, you can only use your barrier if you want to jump down without taking fall damage. Because if you try to use your teleport, it doesn't help. This part is a little annoying. We gotta climb our way up.
To avoid the Dales. Something about Dalish curses. Not that I'm superstitious.
Sure, Blackwall. Oh, Dorian? He's in our hearts. That's what matters. Never mind the fact that he's probably back at home. Let them go. That hollow was probably not going to survive, and never mind. Good old Blackwall killed it. There goes another one. Man, there are a ton of wolves around here. And there we go. We'll grab that shard and then move on down over here. There are so many of these to catch. That tends to happen whenever you're too far away. It's not often, but it's helpful. There it is. This scrap of parchment bears a sketch of a woman. Beneath it, a written line. The sight of you is the only thing keeping me strong. How lucky for him. There we go. We have only 2 more shards in this area to collect. Let's keep going. We gotta do these over here. Enter Fort Revison. This is what, taking us a good solid 6-7 hours just to complete this entire area. And that's not even including the amount of wait time we'll take for that operation to complete. That sounds nice, right? For once, bear traps that don't activate whenever we step on them. If you've ever played Resident Evil 4, those things are a menace. Round 2. Gotta keep an eye out on that red thing. There we go. All done. After we're done with the Exalted Plains, I need to look up how we're supposed to get more runes, because I need to upgrade this sword. If we're going to get the most out of this staff/sword, we need fire runes. Can I? No, crap. How come I can't get over this? It's like 5 foot tall. There's a sketch of the Enovoris River. Wherever the hell this thing is. If you're having trouble, I think you can... hang on. Wait, what the hell? Where's our map? Oh, never mind. Here you go. These two areas we have yet to explore. Don't worry, we'll get to them at the very end. As soon as I finish some of these other areas. Here we go, the fort. To continue, I think we have to clear out the fort, right? I think so. But before doing that, can I not... No, crap. Come on. Well, maybe if I call my horse. If I use my horse, I should be able to climb up here, right? There we go. This is about all that we use a horse for. Yeah, if you can't climb up certain areas, just use your horse. They have more grip. Not like that really means much. Okay. We need to enter the fort, but there's still something else that we can collect. Ah, come on. Did I forget something up there? No. That thing's half dead. It's always nice doing a public service, like exterminating all the wolves. Anywho, where is this shard? Not here. Well, if you take a detour and head around this side, and perhaps jump up here, is it perhaps not over here? Crap, no, never mind. It's all the way up there, I forgot. Screw it. We'll come back. Instead, let's go inside the fort. How could I have forgotten? There's a busted up fort over here that's just sitting here, I guess. And it's filled with the undead and darkspawn as well. There's always going to be darkspawn. And we saved the fort. We just picked up another ring touch or fade touch velvet. If you don't have access to the best fade touched equipment yet, or fade touched materials, you can't really go wrong with the velvet one. Four hits of hidden blades on crit is overkill anyway.
was a brilliant show, Inquisitor. My men had barely been keeping the Horde at bay. Bastien Prou, Marshal of the Grand Duke's forces here in the Dales.
Why have you barricaded yourselves in here?
We had to retreat from the Western Front. The demons and undead were too much. But it's no better here. My patrols don't return, messages are lost. I've had no word from the capital in weeks. If we could regain our outposts, the ramparts, or even the garrison by the river, we can't just keep hiding. I want to die like a soldier, not cowering under a bed, praying the monsters don't get me.
I've cleared out the dead from the western ramparts.
You did? Maker's breath. There's hope for us, if the ramparts have been reclaimed. I'd alert our forces stationed outside the Dales, but the chaos makes it difficult for missives to get through. Demons. Those blasted freemen, or whatever they call themselves.
I've heard something of the Freemen of the Dales. What do you know about them?
They're a mob of traitors. Too soft for war. Thought it was a skirmish or two and back for supper. Turns out it wasn't. And off they run to the first person to tell them their tantrums are acceptable. Now they want independence. To establish a new settlement. Ridiculous.
I shall take my leave.
Good day.
Too bad for them. The freemen will eventually exterminate. Although it's a little sad to hear. They only wanted to be rid of the war.
I'm sorry about it. Friend. Losing someone is difficult.
Did you know that Revus in the Elven word, is the Elven word for freedom? Revisan is a place where freedom dwells. One wonders why it wasn't given a more appropriate name after the reclamation of the Dales. Perhaps the adage remains true. Once one gets used to a name, it's hard to change. The walls in this place are ancient. I hope it holds.
Thank you. The death itself was less painful than what came before. Seeing a good spirit twisted, its nature defiled. Those mages knew nothing of my friend. Worse, they did not care.
I don't know what to say.
Nor will you, until you've seen ignorance snatch away all that you love. Pray such a day never finds you.
Yes, pray that it never does. This I don't think is very important. So pause the video if you want to read through it. There's too much here. Way too much lore. We'll figure out what it all means later.
Have you seen any of our fallen men out there?
Have many of you fallen?
What you see is all that's left. We were 1,000 strong once. The worst part is not knowing what happened to the men who don't come back. Deserters? Or dead? If they're dead, we've nothing to tell their families. Nothing to send home.
Good luck to you.
Oh no. We have to backtrack now and look for all these letters. The fun, as they say, never ends.
Undead across the valley, and no way to end them.
I love this game, but I do not like its side quest structure. Very few of the quests ever mean anything. In a way, it's very similar to Assassin's Creed. After all, this is from the same era as Assassin's Creed 4. And you know what was riding high around that time period? Ubisoft. Everything from Assassin's Creed to Far Cry was still at the top of its game at that point. So naturally, in order to compete, all the competitors had to copy those games. If we want to get down here safely, make sure you have barrier up and then jump. See what difference that made? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. As mentioned before, we're going to backtrack and collect those letters. With all this fighting, at least we're getting materials. Materials that we can later reuse. We'll craft some pretty good gear soon. Right now, the important bit is just to keep carrying on. One way or another. These blasted wolves. Always getting in our way. If you don't feel like fighting them, just run away. There's no point to keeping to the solid path and killing them. But I don't know. Sometimes I like all the mindless violence. If anything, it gives us something to do. And something to look forward to. Now if we head over here, there's the letter. These poor men, they were only doing their job. Oh wait, that's not what we wanted to have happen. Andrewill's messenger. It is a noble owl. Always keep an eye out for those. You never know who's on the other side of that owl. Maybe it's Harry Potter. A lot of weird signs here. There's another thing somewhere around here. Let's keep an eye out. I don't see where that other soldier is. Yeah, there's a letter around here. Maybe we didn't search thoroughly enough. Never mind, it should be somewhere up here. Well, it's certainly not here. Nothing but the dead here. And whoever you are. Sucks to be you, bro. Now, I think we were here last time. I need to check that windmill thing. There should be a shard somewhere up here. I think? No? Or is it over here? Never mind, we went to the wrong one. Oh, that game? The new one, right? I did not play it. I don't have the game at all. The heck? Where the hell is where's the letter? I'm missing something here.
Inquisitor.
Yeah, that new Harry Potter game I did not get. There it is. If I do not survive this terrible conflict, I wish my property to be distributed amongst my family thusly. This letter is not very important. Yet it does provide some insight. However little it is. Pretty sure we were supposed to look for something around here. There he is. This poor kid. He wrote to his mom and told her the war is going well.
a good way to die.
Like any casualty of war. He died never knowing... He died never knowing what was going to happen.
When this is over, the nobles will still expect the peasants to send in the harvest.
Maybe during Black Friday it'll be for sale. Just gotta be a little bit more patient. The end of the year can't come soon enough. Also, if you guys have Twitter accounts, make sure you guys hit up the Wario64 page as well as Cheap Ass Gamer. I highly recommend those two pages if you're looking for deals on cheaper games. If we head over here, there should be a burn pit. Hello there. That did next to no damage. Please let this hit above. No. Yeah, you might have the high ground, but I have you now. That's everyone, right? Looks like it. But the burn pit is not here. We have to continue upwards. Is there treasure down? What happened to all the loot? Did you have a chance to run it on your PS5 yet? And if so, how did it compare? I think there's something down over here, or... Oh, never mind, it's over there. Ignore that. This isn't the way. What's the bad part? If you don't mind me asking. That's not the burn pit, nor is it the path forward. I think it's somewhere over here. Oh, that's lame. So if you want to get the PS5 version, you just have to purchase it by itself. Can I not? No, there's an invisible wall here. How the heck do we get over there? I think there's a path somewhere over here. Oh, there it is. I have a pretty good idea. He runs pretty fast for a mage. Go down, please. That mage was stronger than you might think. Do not underestimate him. And I believe we're done here, right? Where's the signaling horn? The horn is all the way back down that way. Don't head over there yet until you've grabbed the thing over here. We have now picked up another Inquisition perk. I think I'll swing back by the war table and pick that up. Grab the banner, and we are done here. This game should have turned off fall damage. I don't know why it's even in here. Rest in peace, anyone's hearing back there. We'll go over here, swing by over here, go there, and go over there. Though I'm pretty sure to get over here, you need to go through this route. That's WB Games for you. They pretty much ruined Mortal Kombat because of all the monetization stuff. If you go back and compare Mortal Kombat 9 to 10 to 11 and then to Mortal Kombat 1, you'll see why. They pretty much injected microtransactions to every single game under their publishing name. I need more elf root, and wherever we can get more of those quarries, the more the better. So let me go ahead and pick up these. We shall need them. Things I will do on my return. Have roast boar and wine. Visit Arnold. Play Wicked Grace. And swim in Lake Celestine. Poor guy.
Wow. Shit.
He died before he got to do any of that. Now, where's that other location? Yeah, we can claim this landmark over here. Probably take out some more demons. Anybody remember those old NFL Blitz games? You know, the kind of football games that weren't really football. Good times. When I was younger, I had no idea that football was a thing. So when I played NFL Blitz, I thought that was how football was played. Imagine my surprise when no, that's not actually how it's played.
Large and preemptive no to anyone even thinking of throwing me across.
No, we can't throw the dwarf across the bridge. Ah, crap. You know, in case you were thinking of Lord of the Rings. I've been waiting a week. Nolan should have been here by now. Something must have happened. But I don't know if I should give up and save myself or keep waiting. What if he turns up tomorrow? I'd never forgive myself. I hate this. I hate that we have to run away. If my father would only bless our union, we'd have his help. I'll keep waiting a bit longer. Those poor folks. NFL Blitz and what was the other game for NBA? I think it was NBA Jam for the SNES. Yeah, those games were awesome. I mean, sure, they weren't really authentic to the original. I mean, sports anyway. But I mean, who cares? I mean, you got to body slam your opponent. That was better than anything around. On top of body slamming your opponents, what? Going on fire and just beating everyone to a bloody pulp? That's true entertainment. How'd that not work? Oh no, it's a despair demon. That one could have gone bad. Didn't the NBA Street games come out during the PS2 era? Or was it the PS3 era? Because if it came out during that era, the PS2 anyway, I don't think I had a chance to play it. I wish I did.
Is there at least a movement to reunite Orzammar and Kalsharok?
What is it with you, Chuckles? Why do you care so much about the dwarves?
Once, in the Fade, I saw the memory of a man who lived alone on an island. Most of his tribe had fallen to beasts or disease. His wife had died in childbirth. He was the only one left. He could have struck out on his own, to find a new land, new people. But he stayed. He spent every day catching fish in a little boat. Every night drinking fermented fruit juice and watching the stars.
Huh. I can think of worse lives.
How can you be happy surrendering? Knowing it'll all end with you? How can you not fight?
I suppose it depends on the quality of the fermented fruit juice.
So it seems.
That argument should clue you into... Excuse me, that argument should clue you into what kind of person that Solus is. Solus is all about preserving things at all cost. Are we done here? I believe so. Oh yeah, and in regards to your concern, Mr. Critical, did you ever play any of the old NHL games, the hockey games? There were some of them where if you really got into it, you could start up fights, throw down the pads, and just start knocking heads. It was a weird era. Nowadays, you won't see that ever. The heck am I supposed to do here? Close the rift. Where's the rift? I'm looking all around and I don't see the rift. Never mind, it's underground. In a lot of ways, the old hockey games, you could throw down and have a fist fight whenever. I understand it's supposed to be true to life, but it got kind of strange where you could just turn the game into a brawler instead of a sports game. But maybe that was the point. Hockey just isn't fun without being able to start up some sort of fight. I don't think I've ever heard of that series. I was never very into tennis games. Surprisingly, we played a lot of golf games. Stuff like Hot Shots Golf. Alright, this area is cleared. Let's head back up. There wasn't any fighting in Hot Shots Golf, though. What is it with all these sports games that always had some sort of fighting mechanic to them? It's hilarious to me how common it was. But then, as you move forward to the more modern era of gaming, you saw this kind of push to get authentic and realistic games. I mean, that's how we went from having, what? We went from having, like, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, which was, like, super arcadey, and then all of a sudden you have something like Skate. I tried playing those Skate games. They were okay, I guess. I think I just preferred Tony Hawk's Pro Skater over that.
The demons are gone? Thank the Maker. Perhaps now we'll be able to get word out.
I brought back the personal effects of your fallen soldiers.
This will mean much to loved ones left behind. I cannot thank you enough.
Alright, I think that's all that we can clear for now. I need to do a couple operations so we can go over here and do this. And over here as well. Let's head back to the table. I had a cousin that was really good at Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. I could never figure out how you were supposed to like string these combos to get like the high scores. But he managed to do it, and I was always so amazed how he was able to figure it out. It never occurred to me that you could like go from like the half pipe, and once you hit down on the ground, you could do like a nollie or something and then hold a combo as you make your way to another jump. Sadly, I've never got to put it into practice.
Worship. A pleasure.
Let's speak later.
Goodbye.
I hope we have some of our advisors. Please tell me they're not busy. We now have a new perk. It's worth getting more potions. We're going to need the extra healing. These are not worth it. The rare stocks and the short list, these are worth it. You'll need these if you want to get the higher level equipment and schematics. The short list especially. We could probably get the forward scouts as well. We need a new way to open up all of the points of interest. And how are we going to do that? If you're struggling in combat, then pick up this one. It's a flat 10% increase in defenses. Also, more potions as well. Here's what we'll do. I'm going to take forward scouts. That way I can figure out where to find the rest of the landmarks and points of interest. And then later we'll pick up Eagle-Eyed. Now regarding this, Liliana has finished her work. Current progress and findings. Certain herbivores appear especially sensitive to disruptions caused by the rifts. Migration and mating habits have been impacted. Ramifications on predator behavior apparent but warrant further study. In studying alterations in animal behavior, I have uncovered something that Inquisition soldiers may find useful. Human behavior is similarly unpredictable. I will continue to pursue this line of research until otherwise notified. Okay, we're done here. Okay, excuse me for the pause. I had to grab a drink. Now, we were supposed to do something like... Where the heck is it? There are a few activities here that we need to complete in order to access the rest of... Where the heck is it? Never mind, I think I'm looking in the wrong spot. Here we go. Repair Point or Pont Augur. The Citadel du Corbeau, where Celine's forces are stationed, was cut off from the rest of the Dales when Pont Augur was destroyed in the Civil War. Owing to the rocky terrain around the Citadel, it has no other access points. Forces within could well have been stranded for weeks. Let us help them. The Pont Augur has been repaired, and the Citadel is once more accessible by road. Oddly enough, we have seen no sign of activity from the army. Something to investigate further, perhaps? Yes, we will. And let's also get access to the grove. There are some elven ruins, ancient, largely structurally unsound, with damp mortar that's crumbling, recent damage to load-bearing walls, and claw marks. Our task: clear loose rubble and reinforce the collapsed passageway for safety. We need 10 strong workers, 2 junior engineers, 2 guards for security, 3 wagon loads of squared oak beam, and 170 kegs of brown ale. Well, we for sure know what the brown ale is for. The other things, who knows? The passageway is clear and safe. Access to the grove restored. 170 kegs of ale, not nearly enough for 15 hard-working Inquisition men and women. Wait, what? That's like 10 kegs of ale per person. A little over 10 kegs. Well then. I think they deserved it. Job well done. I haven't heard anything much about that sort of game. Maybe I've been looking in the wrong spaces. Okay. We have some more side quests to finish off. The attack on Haven showed that Corypheus corrupted and controlled the Templar Order. They should have been impossible under the watch of her fellow Seekers, but they, and particularly Lord Seeker Lucius, are nowhere to be found. Have they vanished, or, as Cassandra believes, was something done to them? With effort, the truth may come to light. I think if you took Champions of the Just quest, you probably could have found out. On our end, we have no idea what happened. So let's have a look at the good old guide here. Hey, what's going on? Thanks for dropping in. We're just having ourselves some fun with Dragon Age. We're almost done with the Exalted Plains, and it's taking forever. What are our results here? They're both the same. Cullen can be sent, so Leliana. Oh no, it's not a PS5 game at all. This is a PS4 game, which I'm going to level with you. This was a PS3 game that was also developed for PS4 as well. This came out in like 2014 with 2 versions, so take that as you will. I looked at the PS3 version and it looks terrible. It's way worse than this one. There's hardly any detail to it. The Seekers have many secret hideaways, according to Cassandra. These would be the first places agents should search.
Inquisitor.
That'll take half an hour to wrap up. My library of PS4 games is never ending. I can't even remember the last time I played a PS5 game. As strange as that sounds, we haven't streamed like a PS5 game in so long. I think not maybe since Spider-Man 2. I know, right? This entire year has been kind of quiet. Oh, never mind. The last time we played a PS5 game was Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Though I kind of had to stop there because we were busy with all these other things, and then I had to delete the game from the storage drive. And ever since, I never had the time to make any room. I mean, Diablo 4 is also another PS5 game, but I tend not to count that one because that one's well, not cross-platform, but it's got a PS4 version anyway. Alright, well, that settles it. We face a Darkspawn Magister who commands something that looks suspiciously like an archdemon. I defy anyone to tell me that this is no blight. We have Blackwall's treaties, and we have cause. Thedas will require little persuasion. Who can we send on this one, and does it matter? I think perhaps this fall we'll get back to the grind with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I have not felt much urgency to get that game done. There's just so much more left on our plate. So who do we want to send here? It's got to be Cullen, right? We only have Cullen left. The rewards are all the same. Thank goodness.
All right.
I've also been meaning to get into The Last of Us Part 2. That one, I don't have the PS5 version, though I do have the PS4 version. We shall get to that sometime soon. There's a quarry over here. And another quarry over here. How did we never see those? Indeed I did. I platinumed that game like only a couple weeks after it launched. I think the video series for that is still on the channel somewhere. Granted, I played it on very easy. I didn't really have the patience to play through it on the hardest difficulty. Maybe if I was to play the PS4 version, I would do it. But since difficulty didn't matter on the PS5 version, I played it on the easiest setting. Plus, it was the first time I ever got to see the story. That counts for something, right? having never played the original and going straight into the remake, I thought the game was pretty good. The stealth segments left a little bit to be desired, but considering it's a PS4/PS3 game, it's not too bad. All in all, I think it's well worth it if you've never tried that game before. Give it a shot. Especially at one point, I think you were able to get the upgrade for like, what, $10? So it's a bit of a no-brainer. Just grab like a cheapo used copy of the PS4 version and then take that and upgrade it. And voila. Cheap games for everyone. Or if you really must. I mean, go get a new copy, I guess. That's not what I would do, but meh. Everyone's entitled to their own decisions. Alright, this area is finally cleared out.
Your worship.
There is, however, a very nasty monster over there. That did nothing. Please hold still. And there we go. A new home all for our own.
Inquisitor.
Oh no. There are even more rifts around here. Just when you thought we were all done here. There are even more secrets to be uncovered. Well, in that case, I don't think we're going to get this done tonight. I forgot how long this area extends. It seems short on first glance, but then you start opening up more quests, or camps, I should say. And suddenly you're dealing with, what, 8 to 10, like, rifts that you have to close? Yeah, this is going to require a part 3. Now, when that part 3 will be, I have yet to say. I've been meaning to get back on track with some of our other games as well. But if you've stuck around long enough, you know how these things tend to go. I say I'll do a session here or there, but I can never get around to them. Not when your library is this big and this wide. The heck is up over here? There has to be something important over here, right?
We've been scouting the region, Your Worship. I've some supplies here you may find useful.
Well, those aren't really supplies. It's just an extra bit of loot. The heck is this? It's a hand. A hand with a mosaic piece right in the palm. The dead hand. The great stone hand was something of a mystery. One assumes it is a piece broken off from a larger whole. If so, judging by the size of that one hand, I imagine the entire sculpture to be, well, large enough to require the use of obscenities to describe it. Thus I have only one question. Where's the rest of the statue? It is difficult to imagine how something so large could go missing. Yeah, that's one huge hand. It brings to mind the Colossus of Rhodes. Maybe it's somewhere down here. Is it not down here? No, we have something else. Alright, spooky time. Let's go down here and see what's going on. Felondine, friend of the dead. O Felondine, Lethanavir, friend to the dead, guide my feet, calm my soul, lead me to my rest. This is one of the ancient elven gods. You know, at the risk of revealing some spoilers, I think if you go and watch that newest... If you watch the newest trailer on the Veilguard, there are supposedly some things that broke out from the Fade that are related to the ancient elven gods in that trailer. Go check it out for yourself. It's interesting. If you want to see more. What is going on over here? I'll grab the mosaic piece. I'm guessing we're supposed to solve some sort of puzzle. This seems like a very elaborate puzzle. And I guess the way forward is down over here. Our job is probably to light these things all up. And then we're supposed to have him shoot something? Oh, I see what it is. We are to have our other characters chill out right over here. Let's go off on our own and light these off. Now, where does that... No, not that one. Which one lights the path to the north? That doesn't work. Okay, so we'll hold our position here. That opens up the way. Wait, what? Oh, come on. You guys have got to stay still. That's number 2. That didn't move anything. I think I'm starting to see the picture. All right, I see it. We have to light all the torches in order to shoot this one.
I will remember this when it is over.
This war? The Inquisition?
The people. How you fought against the tide. It is courageous.
So you say. I'm going to try to leave our Inquisitor over here. That way we can switch to everyone. Unless, of course, our Inquisitor keeps moving around. Please don't move. Alright, let's do this. We'll hit that one, and hit that one. Please shoot the thing. Got it. Now all that's left is to get the last one. That can't be right. Wasn't there a switch that we moved earlier? Yeah, the point is for us, in order to progress further down, we have to open up the gate. And the only way to open up the gate is to make sure those pillars go down so that the statue in the middle can shoot them. Now, I have only one more left to go. How do I solve this one? Well, something moved over there. The thing is, how do we get this one to lower? I have yet to see any solution here. Worst comes to worst, we'll look up a guide. Well, I want to try to figure this out on my own without having to resort to that. See, there's got to be something that has to do with this. Maybe it has something to do with the order? That did not solve my problem. And I don't see any way for us to move over here, inside these gates. Hold on. It feels like I'm missing something here. What if I bring everyone over here? No, that does nothing. What am I not seeing? I mean, there is a switch over here, but I can't for the life of me figure out what we're supposed to do with it. Oh, never mind. That opens up this gate. But really, that doesn't do anything unless... I see. I see what's going on. We'll have one of our party members wait over here. While they wait over there, I can pull that switch and move over here. Thereby allowing us to get in over here. This will allow us to turn this, which will lower the pillar over there. And then that should give us ample time to shoot this thing. Ah, crap, we screwed up again. You need to be very quick. Which means most likely I need my other party members out. Let's bring them back. Come on, folks. It's not often that we have puzzle elements in this game. But when we do, you have to get very, very creative. Why did you go over there? Why didn't they stay? As soon as we finish turning... Crap. That part has to go by very quickly. Hang on here. That doesn't help. Nor does that. I could have sworn one of these lowers the pillar that we need. No, never mind. We just have to continue twisting this thing. If only I can just get these guys to stay still. Because our Inquisitor keeps wanting to run away with us. There we go. That finally opens up the way. So what do we receive for breaking open into this tomb? It's one of the best amulets of the game. And in addition, this is Dirthamen, the Keeper of Secrets. More entries about the elven gods. If you're interested in reading through these, pause the video. And then we can move on down this way. Oh crap. It is more darkspawn. Who knew there was going to be a trap here? Screw these darkspawn. Get out of here. Encountering darkspawn is never fun. Not inside a dungeon as dark as this one. Did we forget something back here? Alright, that's over with. Is that the exit? I hope it is. Finally.
It's one of the Templars Cassandra is after! One less problem for Cassandra to worry about.
Yes, indeed. One less problem. Of course, Cassandra is not with us. If you don't feel like going this way, you could take the long way around by going around over here. But I think that's where we're going to call it for tonight. Yeah, it's already 1 a.m. Let's go clean up a bit and maybe check in with Cassandra. It's going to take us one more session to finally finish off the Exalted Plains. The further we go, the deeper we get into trouble. It never seems like it ever ends.
Do you need something?
Do you have any advice for me?
Treat Dorian with caution. It's possible he could be what he seems, a Tevinter mage wishing to do better than his countrymen. What if he is not? At best, his presence makes the Inquisition appear to have questionable allies.
I have some more questions.
Why am I not surprised?
Tell me about your brother.
I would prefer not to speak of Anthony. Another time, perhaps. Another time, then.
Okay. Turns out there's nothing else that we can learn from Cassandra right now. Next session, I think you'll want to tune in because there's supposed to be a dragon somewhere hidden back where we were exploring. So yeah, get ready for our third dragon fight.
Let's speak later.
Farewell.
Dragon number 3. We've taken out like what, 2 so far? Every new dragon that we encounter is worse than the last. The next time I'll go live, probably for this game anyway, maybe on, I want to say maybe Thursday. We'll look into tomorrow and see what happens. And whether I'm busy or not. For a time, finding the missing seekers seemed to be impossible. Early indications pointed to these men and women heading one at a time into Ferelden, but here their trail went cold. A chance rumor regarding Ban Loren, a Ferelden nobleman who had not been heard from for months, he had not been heard from for months, led Inquisition agents to investigate Kaer Oswin, and they too went silent. These events are connected, and it seems this is where the missing seekers will be found. Whenever or wherever that will be. Cullen has returned. We found the emissary in the deep woods, but not the Marquis. Our man was shaken and could not find his voice, but he was able to lead our soldiers to a strange hut. It was recently occupied, but whoever lived there had escaped before we got there. Perhaps they heard our soldiers coming through the woods. Not the most ideal of outcomes, however. The soldiers discovered groves of medicinal herbs in the deep woods, a minor consolation. We have our 2 friends back. We can also investigate the elven glyphs now. The elven glyphs discovered in the Dales might prove valuable. Cursory inspection suggests they predate the ruins in which they were found, possibly transferred onto the stone from a much older edifice that dates back to the original elven nation, or even earlier. I think this opens up something new in the Emerald Graves. One of our mages, a Dalish elf named Killian, believes he may be able to translate the glyphs, provided we grant him the needed contacts. Well, let's send them. It required some gifts to several Dalish clans traveling along the Waking Sea coast, but Killian was able to get the text he needed to translate the glyphs. He claims they are a kind of map, showing the location to an ancient temple dedicated to Dirthamen, the elven god of secrets. He has provided us the location, but it should be noted we're not the first to investigate these glyphs. A group of treasure hunters evidently mentioned them several years ago, though they have not been heard from since. We're not going to the temple right now. But it helps to open up some new places. What else can we get done? A friend in Caranus. According to Dorian, while most Tevinter Magisters are not Venatori supporters, they will also not raise a finger to prevent the Venatori from wreaking havoc in the south. There are some, however, who see the cult for what it is and are trying to expose it. A Magister contact in Caranus by the name of Maverus Tilani is attempting to introduce a law in the Imperial Senate which would see Venatori activity sharply curtailed in Tevinter. Dorian suggests that quiet Inquisition support of Maverus would be beneficial, and ultimately could drum up support from other Magisters fearful of what Corypheus represents. Cullen cannot be sent on this mission. Well, who can we send then? Hang on here. The results do not matter, so Liliana, you got point here.
Let's see what we have.
Moving on. Are all of our advisors busy? We can't seem to do any of these. Yeah, they are. Never mind. All right, that is going to conclude our session. We'll probably be back on Thursday with this. I think tomorrow we'll play some other games as well. So, you know the deal. We'll do some more exploring next time. Kill that dragon and finally be done with the Exalted Plains. That's the plan. Sometimes it may not always work. I mean, hell, we still have like what? All of the Storm Coast to explore? And these landmarks that I never got around to completing. By the way, where are the rest of them? Could have sworn they're somewhere around here. Oh, right, the logging stands. I never cleared that one. Oh well. We'll get to those when we get to them. By the way, how many hours have we spent so far with this game? About 50 hours? Wow. 50 hours continuously. I might have to go back and check out my timestamps for all these videos and see if that's accurate. Anyway, if you are currently watching this on YouTube, please like the video. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them down below. As always, let me know what you guys think. Any tips or questions in general about our playthrough, feel free to drop them. Share the video wherever you guys can and subscribe. If you've missed out on any of our previous play sessions with Dragon Age Inquisition, hit up our playlist. You can see everything that we've been doing since the very start of the game. And of course, if you guys want to see more content from us, hit up our channel. Follow us at twitter.com/LunarlightGames. I guess it's more accurate to say x.com/LunarlightGames. That's easier to say, but I don't really care for calling it X. I don't really care much for Elon Musk either. But whichever name you prefer, go ahead and follow us on that page. Over there you'll find deals, discounts, as well as news stories about the gaming world, as well as odd giveaway we post on our page from time to time. Hit up our hashtag Lunarlight Vault for more info, or if you want, our nearest ending giveaway is usually pinned to our page as well. If you'd like to help sponsor our channel, or if you'd like to sponsor our giveaways, you can do so by dropping a donation over at paypal.me/LunarlightGames. The link will always be posted down below later. But if not, you guys can still support our channel simply by just watching our content. Hopefully, in the not too far off distant future, we will be able to run ads on our videos, so that'll give us another avenue for you guys to support us. But until then, if you guys have no other method to support our channel, just watch our content. That's easy enough. And don't forget to subscribe. And you guys can also support us by following us at twitch.tv/LunarlightGames. And don't forget to hit the notification bell across all of our platforms to get updates as soon as they're made available, or to catch whenever we go live. That's going to be all for tonight. I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope you guys have a great start to your week. After all, it's only Tuesday. Take care, and we'll see you guys again in the next one.